you do not have to use a glider. I'll show you each exercise without the glider. But if you are going to use them, put both feet on the gliders. We're going to go ahead and start with our single leg footwork. I'm holding the weight. I'm going to take an inhale. As I exhale, I'm going to go ahead, push my arms out straight, draw my chin to my chest, lengthen through my legs, and start rounding myself down, pulling my navel up, reaching my fingertips towards the ground. And then at the very end, as far as I can go, let the weight pull you a little bit further. So if you're only here, let the weight in your fingertips try to pull you down a little bit further than you would usually go. Take an inhale. As we exhale, you slowly start rounding yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders come back, and you're going to go ahead, give me a little bicep curl, and you're going to drop down into your right leg. Hi, Beth. And then you're going to go ahead, push into your left leg as you come back up, draw your chin to your chest, lengthen your arms out, and curl yourself back down. Then you slowly start rounding yourself back up one vertebrae at a time. Do a little bicep curl and single leg footwork. You drop that right leg down. So if you don't want to use the gliders, all you do is you're stepping back and you're lunging. So now we're going to take out the roll down. We're going to step back, right leg, arm goes down, and come back up. We're going to do that again. So the right leg stays forward. You're lunging. And you come right back up. And comes down and up. So if you don't like that glider, watch. Step down and lift up. Inhale, exhale to press. Single leg footwork, you're laying down on that reformer. You're dropping it in, pulling the carriage in, and lifting up. 4 more. Exhale for 3. Inhale, exhale for 2. And last 1. Other side. Ready? Draw your chin to your chest, round yourself down, lengthen your arms, let the weight pull you. Take an inhale here. As we exhale, you slowly start rounding yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. You go ahead into that bicep curl, and this time we're going to go back with the left leg. Right leg stays forward. And come back in. So you're moving the carriage out and bring it right back in. Elbows are staying in line with your midline. Inhale, exhale. You're just using that resistance of the 5-pound weight or whatever you have to help drive your carriage down and then work against the resistance to lift you back up. And we pull it down. Hi, Ellen. Exhale. 2 more. So remember, you don't need to use the gliders today, guys. I will cue everything without the gliders. Lengthen your arms down. Round your chin to your chest. And go ahead, start reaching toward your toes. Take an inhale into your ribcage and chest. As we exhale, you're going to go ahead, slowly start rounding yourself up one vertebrae at a time. And draw your shoulder blades back. Heels together, toes apart like we're on the foot bar. Okay? So remember, you do not need to use your gliders. But if you are, you move the carriage out and you come down. And then you lift it up. And what we're going to do here, my left leg is forward. I'm pushing into my left leg. Here's what it looks like without the glider. I step back and I step in. If you don't like that glider, it's not moving, you're going to take your weight to the outside leg. So I'm going to go ahead, outside leg. Inhale, exhale. Yep, reaching it to the side, pushing on the inner side to come back up for 4 more. Same side every time. 3. Squeezing that glute for 2. You feel a lot more of that glute and outer side when you use the gliders. Other side. You step back and you pull it back in. So if you're not using the glider, the movement through the leg is not as fluid as it is like it would be with the reformers. Okay? It's like a 1 and a 2 compared to the gliders. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, simulating that same movement as the springs. It doesn't matter. Both work. You're going to get a great workout whether you're using the gliders or not. Because I just found out so many people hate them so much. Drop it down and push through. I'm externally rotated. Keep moving. Push up and in. Stacking myself up, drawing that core in 4 more times. Exhale for 3. Exhale for 2. And last 1. That's your external rotation. All right, so now we're going to go ahead, go back to parallel. We're going to bring our hands to our chest, take an inhale. As we exhale, you're going to go ahead, come down and just lengthen your arms out and pull them right back in. So when we go ahead and do the back rowing series today using a single weight, so that's all we're using today, guys, is a single weight, whatever weight you want, 3, 5, 8, none, using a ball. Okay. Now we're going to hold it down here. Hold it down here, hold the weight at your chest. You're going to go ahead and take that right leg back and bring it back in. Take the left leg back. So we're going to feel like we're doing high half toe work into our thighs. Bad knees, just come up a little bit higher. Push and push. So all I'm doing is I'm articulating, lifting my foot up, articulating, lifting my foot up. And you're going to go as low as you're comfortable, holding that weight at your chest. If the weight starts putting pressure in your back, get rid of it and come to prayer. This is when I do let you pray. Exhale. I lift my heel up. Lift. You can see. Inhale, exhale. For 4 more. 3, 2, hold the right foot back. Bring that right knee down. Try to lift your front heel if you can. And we're going to pulse it down for 8, 7, hello thigh, 6, 5, if it's too much, come higher, 4, or get lower, 3, 2, 1, drop the front heel, bring that foot in, switch. Lift that front heel. Here we go. Down. Both heels are lifted. Remember, if it's too much in your knees, doesn't feel right, come higher. Otherwise, drop it down. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Pull that leg in. If you still have that weight, great. Lengthen it out. Draw your chin to your chest. Round yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time. Take an inhale. As we exhale, slowly start lifting yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Draw the shoulder blades back. So put your weight to the side. I'm going to mix up the repertoire a little bit. While we're standing, we're going to go right into a standing series as if we're on the reformer. You're going to soften your knees. So if you have a mat, this is where I'd have you roll the mat up towards the front so you have plenty of room by your side. If you want the whole floor, that's fine too. I'm going to hinge forward and I'm going to drop my knees. Take my legs out, bring my legs in, and lift myself up. If you don't like that, you're going to squat, lunge, in, lift. Otherwise, you squat, knees down, knees out, knees in, and lift. Otherwise, we're here, here, here. Pick one. Push. So we're coming down, hovering those knees into quadruped, going out to plank, pulling into quadruped, lifting ourselves up, or you're squatting and lunging. Pull up. 4 more, your choice. Yep, so otherwise you're here, out, in, lift. 2 more times. Nice job, guys. Last time, I just lost my balance. And then now everybody, doesn't matter where you are, I don't even know if I have a mat in here. You're going to come down, hover those knees. Okay. Everybody's coming down on the ground. I do have a mat. What was I thinking? All right, so I want everyone hovering those knees. We're going to do knee stretches. Since we're here, might as well get those out of the way. And send your legs back and pull them in. Now, if this does not feel good for you, send your right leg back, pull it in. Send your left leg back, pull it in. Okay? Otherwise, I want to see you go out and in with both. Your choice. Pull. 4 more times. Beautiful. See, how can you not like the gliders? 3. It simulates the reformer beautifully. 2. And last. 1. Go ahead, take a break. We're going to do round back. If you're going to drop to your knees and stay there, take your right leg back only. Exhale and curl your right knee in, and then lengthen tailbone to neck. So if you're doing single leg, right here. If you're doing double leg, let's go ahead, do double leg. And we're going to do 4 more. Exhale, curl 3. Stay on that right leg if you're doing single leg. Last 1. Everybody come down and just start moving the left leg in. Curl, single leg knee stretch. For those of you who are going to stay here, go ahead, continue to curl. And then otherwise, ready? Exhale, curl in. Exhale. Yes. Last 2. And your last 1. Nice job, guys. So let's go ahead, since we're here as well. I'm going to turn my mat. I know, Jay, you said you have a little bit of everything. I'm going to go ahead and walk my knees to the edge of my mat just so I can have a little padding. leg and straps, leg and straps, or feet and straps. I'm going to put just my right foot on my glider, and I'm going to take it out. The weight is in my right hand and my left leg. Take your leg out to the side as far as you can. Now you're going to squeeze and push it back behind you. So the glider really gives you the simulation of moving the reformer and having your foot in the strap. If you are going to go ahead and just take your leg out to the side and bring it behind you, you're going to tend to lean to the side of the leg that's down the ground. When you have that glider, it's much easier to push into it. It gives you the same assistance that a reformer would give you. Well, similar. How's that? Exhale. I can push into my right foot so I don't feel anything in my left knee. Now, I'm going to go ahead, take it out to the side, pull it knee towards my elbow, push it out, and bring it back. So it goes out, in, lengthen, and inner thigh. Now, if I were to do this without the glider, same thing. I'd be, I'm really leaning into that left side. I'm trying to get out of it. I'm trying to push into that right side a little bit more. So either or is fine. Just give me two more. Pull, press, and lengthen. Last time. Pull, press, and extend. Other side. Come down to your forearms for a quick moment. Okay, shift back, stretching out that front arm. And then let's go ahead and come right back up. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders. Put it in the opposite leg. Go ahead and lengthen that leg out to the side, behind you, and back in. I'm at the very end of my mat so that it doesn't get in the way. Remember, you do not need to use a glider, but be careful. If you're not using a glider, notice are you putting weight in that standing thigh? Okay? It goes out and pull back. Try to go a little higher every time. Can you go higher, higher, higher out to the side and then come back? Now this time, let's add the knee. Here we go. Out to the side, pull your knee to your elbow. Really feel that oblique. Push back, squeeze inner thigh. Glute stabilization through the core. Pull the knee to the elbow. Really feel that oblique. Give you a little bit of a nice little engagement. Lengthen it out and pull back. And we go, exhale, pull it in. And you go ahead. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inner thigh. Two more like that. Exhale, oblique, pulse. So don't use a hip flexor. My little hip flexor people try to really pull in using the oblique. Softening the leg, let it feel weightless, and bring it right back in. Put both legs, open up those hips, both arms down, and come back down. We're going to go ahead and do the hundreds and then mid-back series. So here's where that mat gets tricky. I'm going to put my feet right here on my gliders. I know it's dark in here. It's much darker here than at my house. So here, you're going to go ahead. I'm towards the end of my mat, and all I want you to do is put both feet on there. Take your weight, bring it to your chest, take an inhale. Exhale, we curl back. You want to feel those abs right across here. Now, I want you to just go ahead, pull in on your right leg and lengthen, and pull in on your left leg. Once again, especially my hip flexor people, this softening of the knee as you pull in is much gentler on your hip flexors than if you didn't have them and you were doing this. You're going to use your hip flexors a lot more doing this, and you'll feel more stress in your back than if you have that glider to help pull it in. Exhale, pull. Nice. Now my elbows in line with my midline. Pull them into my midline, in line with my shoulders. And I'm going to go ahead and run it. Go right and left and right and left and pull. If you start feeling anything in your back, lay down or try to lift yourself up higher and push, squeeze. Inhale, exhale. And then we're going to go ahead, hold both legs out there. Make sure you know where your gliders are. Curl yourself down. Take your arms up towards the ceiling. Drawing your shoulder blades down to your mat. If you are up to it, take your right leg in a tabletop and take your left leg in a tabletop. The option is going to plant your legs down. Otherwise, they're here. Draw your chin to your chest. Exhale, come up, head, neck, and shoulders. Lengthen arms and legs. You're going to go ahead. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So rather than pumping my arms And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm lifting the weight up. Exhale, pushing my weight down. Now, if the length of your legs is too hard, you're going to keep your legs in tabletop, and you can go back. And exhale, and 2, 3, 4, 5, out. And exhale down towards your shins. If you want to add the legs this way, go ahead. And exhale, in 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. Otherwise, you're just going to go ahead, hold them out there for your last 3. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last set of 2. And last set of 10. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up a little bit deeper. Bring your knees into your chest. And come back down. All right. So now, like I said, you want to make sure if you can find those gliders, great. You're going to take your hands to your chest. You can stay right here. We're going to do a bend and stretch. My feet are flexed. Bend and stretch. Inhale, pull. Exhale, press. So feet in straps, I'm pulling it in and I'm pushing it out. Now, if you'd like to, when you pull your heels to your seat, lift up and come back down. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, reach. Hands to your chest and flex up. You do not have to do the flexion. You don't have to do the arms. I want you to feel where the hamstring meets the glute as you pull. Here's 4. Exhale for 3. Last 2. And last 1. Hold here. You're going to go ahead, lengthen out your right leg. Pull it back in and your left leg. So now we're in flexion, doing the same thing that we did to start. And rather than pulling in, we're pushing out. Press. Exhale for 4. And switch. And 3. Push through your heel. 2. Exhale. Last 1. Bring it in. Take the weight, put it at your hips. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Pull your inner thighs towards your midline, drawing your abs in. Take an inhale. And exhale, slowly articulate down 1 vertebrae at a time. We're going to go ahead and do leg circles. So I'm going to flex my feet. So pretend my straps are on my feet. I'm going to go ahead and take my legs out. And I'm going to go ahead and bring them in, out, and around. Little tiny. Out, in, and press. Out, in, and press. You can do this laying down, just like this. Take that weight up. I go out, bend, pull inner thighs together, lengthen. If you are up to it, out, bend, in, press. Exhale, making that circle. Inhale. Now my knees are coming in. I'm flexing up. This is where I feel my core the most. Right here, my legs are open. I pull in. That's where I feel my core the most. Nice job, guys. Now reverse it. Up. That's where I feel it the most. And circle around. You are more than welcome to lay down and do this. You do not have to be in flexion. Flexion free can be done. And exhale, pull. 4 more. 4. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 2. Exhale, 1. Take the weight, put it on your hips again. And let's stretch out the front of that abdominal wall as we lift up. While we're here, as you weight that, go ahead and put the weight on those hips. Go ahead and send that right leg away. And send that right leg away again. Trying to lift up through your left glute. Inhale, exhale. Staying parallel. Do not externally rotate. Inhale. Exhale to pull in. Last one, and we switch. Lift those hips. Setting the carriage away, pulling the carriage in. Inhale, exhale, pull. Hamstring and glute right here. Send the carriage out, exhale, and pull it back in. You got it. 4 more. Keep those hips lifted a little bit higher. June, you're the only one I get to see right now, so 2 more. Lift. And last 1. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Squeeze your inner thighs together a little bit more. And then you slowly articulate down 1 vertebrae at a time. All right, once again, your choice. You are more than welcome to keep your legs right here, planted. We're going to go ahead and do a mid-back series. So like we're doing single hand and straps and looping the other hand over. So if I took one hand and then looped my other hand over, that's what I want you to feel like. So right hand is holding your weight. Left hand is going to go right on top of that weight. So you're holding it in the middle. You're not holding it to the side. We're going to go ahead. So the strap is in our right hand. We're going to draw our chin to our chest. And you're going to come up and you bring your hands to the outside of your left leg. So your right hand is at the bottom. And then exhale, you cross your midline. Now, if you're up to it, at least take your left leg into tabletop. And go ahead and send your left leg away. And bring it back in. You go a little bit deeper into that oblique. If you feel up to it, you can bring both legs in a tabletop. And you're going to still send just your left leg away. I actually had a better connection into my oblique, keeping my right leg planted. Everybody's different. There's no right or wrong answer. So if you prefer to keep your leg in tabletop, go for it. Exhale and press. Inhale, I'm pushing down through my mid-back, so don't use your shoulder. The weight is primarily in my right hand. I'm holding on with my left as well. And then I'm going to hold it here. And I'm going to reach it further, a little bit further every time as I punch that hand over. And then I'm going to go ahead, take it to my left leg. Take it to my right side. Take it to my left and my right. Inhale, exhale, and press. Over to the left, over to the right. Come up a little bit higher. Stabilizing through my shoulder girdles, drawing in on my abs. Last one, hold here. Take the leg down. Bend my arm. Now I'm bending my arm, and then I'm pressing. Inhale, exhale. Keep moving. This is what it looks like. My arm is by my side, and then I'm lengthening it. Inhale, exhale, press. Here's what it looks like from the front. It's across my midline. I'm laying down. You've got it. It's coming to your right shoulder. Right weight to right shoulder every time. Here's my bicep. Here's my tricep. Inhale, exhale. 4 more times. Here's 3. There's 2. And last 1. That right arm should be feeling pretty fatigued. Take your right arm above your head. Open up through your chest. Palm is facing up to the ground, up to the ceiling. And then try to turn your palm toward your ground as much as you can. And then pull that arm back, and let's go to the other side. So, left hand is holding the weight. Right hand is coming and crossing over. Everyone keep both legs planted to start, and you're going to exhale, reach your left hand towards the outside of your right leg. And press through your mid-back. So my hand is in the strap. All right. If you'd like to, go ahead and bring that leg up. Go ahead, bring that leg up and extend it out. Inhale, exhale. If you'd like to have both legs up and see if you get a better connection, go ahead and try that. Once again, I have a better connection keeping my foot down, so I'm going to keep my foot down, whichever you prefer. Inhale, exhale, 4 more, and then we're going to go up and over. Exhale for 3. Using that left arm, we're reaching for that right leg. And then we stay here. Take an inhale, exhale, go over to the left leg and the right leg. Up and over from underneath my arm. Try not to use the top of the shoulder. You're using your obliques to twist to your right and twist to your left for 4, 3, 2, hold here. Go ahead, you can bring that leg down. You're going to bend at the elbow, ready, and exhale and squeeze. You can stay down or up. Think bicep and tricep. Inhale, exhale. So you can see my right hand comes across my chest. My left arm is right by my side. It's like if you have a strap in your hand and all you're doing is bending and lengthening. 4 more. 4, bend, 3, exhale, 2, and last 1. Come down. Take that left hand above, palm faces up towards the ceiling. Try to draw your shoulder blade down. Make sure you keep this rib cage down so you're not in extension. For those of you who can and want to, turn your palm face it down. Open up from the shoulder joint. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that back in. All right. Let's go ahead and do coordination. Elbows are by our side. Draw your chin to your chest. Exhale, come up, head, neck, and shoulders. If you can, bring your legs in a tabletop. We're going to lengthen arms and legs. Give me beats for 3, 2, 1. Bend your legs, bend your arms. And lengthen, beat. 3, 2, 1. Bend your legs, arms. And lengthen. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Get the knees high, lift, lengthen. 3, 2, 1. Keep breathing. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. And come all the way back down. Whew. All right, guys, take your arms by your side. Put your weight to the side. Put your feet on the gliders if you have them. Float your arms up to the ceiling. Take your hands behind your head. Open up your chest. Draw your rib cage down. Pull your shoulders down towards your hips. Float your arms up to the ceiling. And slowly start rounding yourself up. I didn't. I used a little momentum. Sorry, guys. Flex your feet. Reach for your toes. Lift up through your chest. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do a side series. Lots of options here. Okay. So dark in here. I know I can do. Work better or worse? A little better? Yeah. Turn on the lights. All right. So side series. Going to go ahead. I'm starting on my right side. My forearm is down. You can stay right here. Taking your arm on that glider. We'll do arm and then we'll do leg. You're going to reach your arm forward. Think about arm pulling strap. And you're going to pull back. Challengers, bend that bottom leg. Lift your hip up. Reach that arm forward and pull it back. Moving from here. It goes forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you'd like more of a challenge, ready? Come into that full side plank. So now no hips are touching. So either hip down, bend the leg, lift the hips, or come into that full side plank. Let's go. 5 times. 5 and pull. 4 and pull. Twisting and pulling back. 2 more times. Now I'm going to hold here. Just hold that arm, reach it here, and I'm going to bend and press. Inhale, exhale. So hip is down, leg is bent, hip is lifted. Or full side plank, rotate to the side. 4 more times. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to go ahead. Everyone's going to go ahead, come up. And this time, we're going to take our hand down to the side. You should not feel any stress in your shoulder or your hand. You want to feel it in your oblique. What happens is if we're out of our core, we're going to either go into our hip or we're going to go into our arm. Taking this here, and I'm sorry guys, grab your weight too. So the strap, it's imaginary having the strap and legs, strap in our hands and our feet. All right, so take this right here. The strap is going to go ahead and come behind us, and then we're going to pull it down. Now, as the strap comes over our head, we pull our leg forward, and then exhale. So very similar to what we did before, except we were on quadruped position. So quadruped position, you're going to feel a different part of that glute than when you're pointing your toe and it's coming in front. Inhale, exhale. Reach above your head, and then you pull back. 2 more. On the last one, let's go ahead, take our foot off that glider and try to lift our foot up, flex our foot. Turn your hip towards me. It's going to want to go up towards the ceiling. Reach your weight here, flex your foot, and try to bring your thigh to your weight every time. Exhale. You absolutely can be doing this one right here, okay? You do not have to be on your knee. Exhale and lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and come up onto our knees. Maybe I get to see some of you. Hi. Right here, before we go to the other side, take your hands out in front of you, and you're going to twist to your left. Inhale, exhale, and twist to your right. Stay lifted. If you have bad knees, you can do this standing. You can also do this seated on a chair or a box, whatever you prefer. And we're just going to twist, 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 twist. Now, we're going to go ahead, pull it towards our chest, twist and lengthen. Bend it in, twist, reach to our middle of our midline, pull in, and then lengthen. When you lengthen, make sure your arms are still in line with your shoulders. Pull, twist, And one more time. Bring it to the center. Chest expansion, sit down. If you can, if you have bad knees, you're not going to go ahead and sit down. You can lean back. Otherwise, your arms are out in front of you. You take an inhale, stick your booty out. Exhale, we lift up through our thighs. Inhale, exhale, and lift. So option just to go ahead, go back, and pull. Option to stand. Adding on. We're going to lift. Now we're going to hinge. For those of you who want to go back, go back. Pull to your right. Pull to your left. Come to the center. Lift up through your thighs. Have a seat. So we lift up just to go where you want to go. You hinge back. You pull to your left. Pull to your right. Center. Lift up and sit down. One more on each side. Push through your thighs. Arms come up. You hinge back. Pull right. Pull left. Lengthen. Lift your hips. Sit back down. One more time. Lift. Hinge. Go ahead. Back. Front. Lengthen. Pull. And have a seat. Ooh. Keep your weight close by. All right. So remember, option one. Right here. And you're pushing out. Out. Long arm. Option two. Lift up your hip. And you reach. I'm pushing from underneath my arm. I'm not pushing from my shoulder. When I lift my arm up on an angle, I'm lifting up from underneath my arm. My pec minors are even working. And back. If you'd like more of a challenge, I'm in full side plank. I'm not touching it all. Here we go. Exhale. Inhale to reach. Exhale to pull. Long arm. Feeling those obliques. Feeling those lats. Feeling the serratus. Inhale, exhale, pushing down through the muscles all the way from underneath my arms to my hips. Now ready? Bend that arm and push it out and in. So remember, you can bend that leg. You can come down on your hip. My shoulders are facing on the diagonal and down, or full side planks for 5. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oof. All right, put it on your foot. Same thing. Here we go. So remember, you can do this laying down as well, guys. Take your weight. Make sure you're in a position so my hip and my knee are lined up. I take my hand down. The weight is not in my wrist. It's not in my hip flexor. Ready? Take that weight. It's going to go forward and down. Bring it as far forward as you can. Feel the muscles in your glutes working. Exhale. When you go ahead and don't use the glider to push back, you're going to feel a heavier positioning, so the stronger part of your leg is going to do the work. Here, everything can work with you. You have that assist of the glider like you would of the reformer. What am I hitting? You got it. 2 more. Last one. Our foot's going to come off that glider. Ready? We're going to flex our foot. Turn your hip towards me. Try to lift that hand. Oh, it feels so heavy. And we lift. Flex. Reaching your fingertips, reaching those knuckles towards your toes. Lift that weight a little bit higher so it's at least in line with your shoulder if you can. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, let's go ahead and you put that weight down. Take your hands, put them right on the mat, and shift your body weight back. And then we're going to go ahead and do that teaser position. So we're going to go ahead and do, I can't even tell if you can see me. Hopefully you guys can. All right, we're going to go ahead and use the gliders for stomach massage. We're going to use 1 glider. If you guys have a ball that you want to use on your back, you're more than welcome to too, or your inner thighs. I don't want you guys to feel any pressure in your lower back. So I'm going to go ahead, flex my feet, heels together, toes apart. Take my arms out in front of me. We're going to do no weight first. And you're going to curl back and just push your legs out. And then you're just going to go ahead, pull yourself back in. And you're going to curl and pull. Just get the feel of your feet on the glider, pulling your abs back and pulling it right back in. 2 more like that. And then we're going to go ahead and take our hands down to the mat. Take your fingertips down to the mat. Squeeze your heels together. And you're going to go ahead, pull it in and press. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reaching my fingertips forward like I'm trying to reach the end of the carriage. Squeezing my inner thighs together. Exhale for 4. Try to curl a little bit more for me, June. Less flexion. Less hinging, more flexion. 2. And last 1. Lift yourself up for a stretch. We're going to go ahead and try to use a weight now if you can. So we're going to go ahead, take our hands here. You're going to go ahead, take an inhale. As we exhale, we hinge back, pull our heels in. And then we're going to go ahead, push and lift up. So we're going to hinge back if you can, squeeze your heels in. Push through your inner thighs and lift your arms up. And do that again. Hinge, squeeze. Remember, if you feel like you need a ball on your back to assist you, go for it. And then you're going to hinge, squeeze, hold those heels together, hold here. Take that weight, you squeeze inner thighs, reach to the left. Pull, reach to the right. Exhale, pushing down on your weight, push your palms into each side of the weight this time. Exhale, so remember, if your back is feeling tired, tight, not so great, you just push that ball right up between your lumbar, and it will give you that little bit of support you need for 4. Exhale, press 3. Here's 2. And last 1. We lift ourselves up, lengthen our legs out. Try to push your heels flat, and then point your toes. Flex and point. So this gives you the sensation of using that reformer, pushing your heels down, pulling your heels up. Pushing my heels below the foot bar, pushing on the balls of my feet, lifting my heel up. 2 more times. And last time. Take an inhale, rotate our legs to parallel. As we exhale, we're going to curl back and bring our knees into our chest right here. Pulling in, pulling in, pulling in. Exhale, you're going to push out and lift back up. Curl back this time. Pull your heels in toward your feet. Press and lift your arms up. Again, down and pull in and lift up. Now we're going to go around the world. We're going to curl back, flex our feet, pull in. We're going to take it to the left, take it around to the right, bring it to the center, and lift up. Curl back, take it to the right, make a circle, bring it over to the left, and then you come back up. Exhale to curl, left arm down, rotate. Ready, around the world to the opposite side. And you push up 1 more time. Curl back. Rotate. Up and around. And then you're going to go ahead and lift yourself up, going right into teaser. Take an inhale. Exhale, you curl yourself down. Take your hands for a nice back extension stretch. Push through your heels as you round yourself up. Lift your legs only if you're comfortable. Hands come higher if you're comfortable. Modification, here we go. Curl down, take our hands back. Go where you want to go. Modification, round yourself up, and you just lift. And then you curl yourself back down. Take your hands behind you. Option 2, modification. So go where you want to go. Just take your right knee into your chest. Maybe extend it out. Bring it in, down, and take yourself back. If you did one leg, do the other leg. Go wherever you feel comfortable. Full teaser. Keep your legs long. Exhale, round up and lift. Arms come up. So wherever you want to go, guys. Long legs, bent legs. 2 more of your choice. Okay? Nice. Yep, shoulders stay down, and give me 1 more. I only get to see Jay and June. Ellen, we need more light in your room. Everybody else is just walls. Hi. All right, guys. Come all the way down. Put the weight right at your hips again. Make sure your inner thighs are drawn towards each other. Exhale, push through your heels and lift up. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Open up through your chest. Take an inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly articulate down one vertebrae at a time. Make sure you hit imprint and release it to neutral. We're going to go ahead and do our planking series. Just because we did knee stretches doesn't mean we're done. So let's go ahead, pull our heels to our seat. We're going to do a little rocking to go ahead with that spine. We're almost done, guys. We just have a couple more minutes. So go ahead and rock yourself, massage that spine, enjoy this. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times, really massaging that spine. And your last time, you come up. And we're going to go ahead and make sure you have room on your mat. We're going to use 2 gliders. So last class I did on gliders, it was actually a few weeks ago, and there weren't many of you in it. I feel like if I put gliders, people don't show up. Jay. No. So we did everything usually with 1 glider. We're using 2 today. There's lots of options. Here's the modification. The modification, my knees are softly bent on my mat, and I can just go ahead and push back with one and the other. You can use 1 leg. I have 1 knee down, 1 leg lifted, and I can use this for my go ahead, and I'm pointing my foot and I'm flexing my foot. Otherwise, come into your full plank if you feel up to it today, and let's go ahead and point and flex. Point and flex. I'm pulling my balls, my feet underneath my abdominals, so I really feel my thighs pulling towards my hamstrings, my glutes are engaged, my abs are pulling in. I'm going to point my toes and flex, pushing down through my palms, no praying, make it 11. If you did 1 leg, go ahead and do the other leg. So if you did 1 leg, you just go ahead and switch to the other leg. Inhale, exhale, and pull. And let's do 4 more, whichever one you're on. And 3, and 2, and last 1. Bring your knees in, sit back for a shell stretch. If you do not want to do pikes and planks, you're going to go ahead and do downward dog plank. So for those of you who do not want to go ahead and finish off with pikes and planks, up stretch series, all you're going to do is shift your weight back into a pike, up, okay? And then you're going to go ahead and bring yourself to a plank or a quadruped position. So everybody go ahead and lift your hips up. Everybody go ahead and drop your knees down, option 1. Option 2, everybody lift your hips up. And then either come to a full plank or you're going to drop your knees down. Challengers, you want to make sure that you're at the end of your mat so you have plenty of room. So go ahead, keep doing what you want to do. Challengers, ready? You're going to exhale, pull up on your lower abs and come into that nice pike. Push down to the balls of your feet and come all the way back to plank. And then exhale, we pull back up. And then we go ahead and we push back down. Whichever one you want. Pull. And down. We have 2 more of your variation. And then your last one. And pull, hold here. Get your feet off the gliders. Float your right leg up to the ceiling. Push back into your left leg as much as you can. Look underneath your right arm. Pull your right heel to your seat. Draw in on your abdominal wall. And then you're going to go ahead and kick that leg out and bring it around. Other side. Readjust. Float that left leg up. Open up that left hip. Turn, look underneath your left arm. Pull your heel to your feet. Get that nice stretch in that hip flexors. Around your abdominal wall. Relax your shoulders. Kick that leg out. Bring that leg down. Walk your hands towards your toes. Take an inhale. As we exhale, we're going to go ahead, slowly start rounding yourself up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, float your arms up. Side bend to your left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend to your right. Take your arms back. Release them all the way down. Give yourself a hand, guys. I don't think I can take you guys off mute anymore. Hi, Beth.
Hi, JJ. Hi. I love the gliders. I love them.
I love the gliders, too.
I love them.
Thank you. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? I actually didn't know that was you. I thought you were Ellen. I'm talking to Ellen, and it's Chelsea.
Oh, I joined you saw me
Okay.
join then. I heard you say that about Ellen.
Okay, sorry. I didn't see Chelsea. I can't see from back there. Did everyone else feel good? Feel okay?
I made peace with the gliders.
You made peace with the gliders?
Yes.
Just so you, I mean, seriously, there's 1,000 things you can do with them.
I know.
But
You just don't remember the hard stuff, but there is a lot of easy flow too. So
I still hate them, but that's okay.
Okay, Kathy, I can't unmute you. You have to unmute yourself. I can't unmute you for some reason.
Nope, I like them, actually.
You like the gliders?
Yep,
This is the first Reformerless class guy is with us. She does Reformer usually, but thank you for joining us, Kathy.
Yeah, that was good. I'll be back.
Okay, I hope so. All right, Chelsea, let me know if anything didn't feel right since I thought you were Ellen and I didn't realize it.
Yeah, no, I think I was okay. I mean, I did the ball behind my back for and I'm just trying to take it easy on abs a little bit, but at the same time, I want the abs because I'm having a C-section, so I feel like I need it.
Do you know why you're having a C-section or?
Well, yeah, because of my surgery in the fall.
Oh yeah, okay.
And the doctors and nurses at MGH were like, "Wow, you have strong abs." Like after surgery, they were like, "Wow, you sat up really fast. Like that's amazing." So I gotta tell you, motivating. I'm like, let's have that be the case with this baby too.
Yeah, it will be because I had my 3 pregnancies. They're like, it was so hard for them. I had 3 C-sections. They said it's so hard to get through my abdominal wall. So like, it was so hard for them to get through my transverse. They're like, it does make a difference, and the recovery is a little easier. But you're gonna
feel like I'm kind of like feeling that out, like how much is okay. And
yeah, well, 20 weeks are going to change that though. That's going to all change at 20 weeks. Yoga block for your inner thighs is better than the ball because you're so flexible and you're going to get so flexible in there. Yeah. So yoga block, ball for your back.
Okay, sounds good.
If anybody else needs any help with anything modifications, let me know. All right. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.